I'm sure you know this new deal too, after this May 1st, which is only, what, 25 days away. It's only gonna be for the employee. Their family is not gonna have any medical coverage at all. I don't believe in that either. Where's the union there?
How do you guys prepare for that? Especially with the new, how they're gonna have a new pension, their new retirement?
The new pension is the 1.25 times years of service, right? I read through it.
Plus they have a matching of 50%
Matching
of
of
6%.
That's right.
That's what they're gonna have for the future, and us younger generations,
You guys are gonna have the
now,
1.83 times years of service.
How do you guys deal with that? I know you guys don't need to speak, but just, you have goals in mind,
Right.
what you see.
Well, I see us somehow maintaining what you guys have and taking the new program that somebody negotiated, not me, into the contract and taking it and improving it and trying to get it back to where you guys are now. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. You guys are not the only show in town. The 1.83 is not the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's a good pension plan. It's great. It's a defined benefit plan. It's good. But there are other ways to skin a cat. There's other ways of getting money, compensation. I'll give you an example. In 1998, I was told by the negotiating committee, okay, by the benefits guy and by the business manager at that time, that wasn't my father, it was somebody else, and they said, there's no way that you're going to be able to get the $50,000 lump sum. You guys know that you guys got that? You get a $50,000 lump sum if you retire, okay? The brother over there, you can take $50,000 in cash or put it into a 401k or put it into some defined, a protected account that will not be taxed, and he can take that money and get a reduced amount. And I did that on purpose. I did that for one reason, to open the door. If you go to Hawaiian Electric, I handle Hawaiian Electric too. Hawaiian Electric, their entire defined benefit package is totally liquid. So they use GAAP, okay? They take the GAAP rate and they say, okay, you have 30 years of service or whatever it is, okay? 1.83 times years of service, blah, 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 all this stuff. You're eligible for pension, okay? They take that and they do an actuary calculation on that money, and they come up with $500,000 or $600,000, and they can take the entire amount. That's what we had at Hawaiian Electric. Okay? They had the same pension plan as you. So I tried to open the door with the $50,000. Obviously, when I went away, the door never continued to be open again. So now, all this time has passed, and you guys still have that $50,000. It should be 100, 150, 200. I'm not saying that you're going to get it. I'm saying that we're going to work toward that. Because if brother over here wants to go ahead and say, I want to move back to Philadelphia, which I'm not sure if you really want to do that. It's kind of cold up there. But if you want to move back to Philadelphia, right? You're going to turn around and say, hey, you know what? If I could get the whole thing liquid, right? Wouldn't you rather do that? Or get a check every month in the mail and then half of it, after you die, then half of it goes to your wife. And then after she passes away, then it's gone. The company gets to keep all the rest of the money. Wouldn't it be good if you got to keep the whole thing, then you give it to your wife after you die, right? And then after she passes away, or your spouse, not just the wife, but the spouse, goes ahead and she can will it to the kids. So the money lives on. You know what I'm saying? But so there's all kind of different ways of pension programs, okay? And it's up to us to bring some of those options to you folks, so that way you guys can chew on it, and then you guys can let us know as far as which direction you guys think we should be going. Now, it's not going to be a rule by committee deal, okay? Because at some point the business manager has to lead the parade. Bottom line, I saw Lynn Kinney on TV. I think you guys saw it. It was on Facebook. Lynn Kinney is a good friend of mine, okay, for the painters union. Okay? Lynn went ahead and he got arrested the other day. But he did it as the business manager of his local union because they're taking work away from the local persons, the painters here in the state of Hawaii. Okay? So it's becoming a problem. So he went ahead and he went to this rally and he tried to put a stop to it. Okay? And it wasn't the rally yesterday, but it was another rally before that. So the thing is that it's about leadership. That's the key. And the thing is that, like I keep going back to it, you guys can practice and put on your practice jerseys, or you guys want to play a game, you guys want to play the game, you guys are going to put on your uniform and go play the game. And we're going to play it with the company. The company is we're going to get to that level from day one, where the company is going to respect the people across the table from them. And with that, they're going to respect the members. I think that's the key.
Bro, I was going to tell you right here, you're looking at your all-stars.
Okay?
This is your Hall of Famers right here.
Okay. So all from Ohio then, Canton, Ohio. Jolie, you got another question? Come on, hit me with something.
You know, I do, but I want to give other people an opportunity to bring up questions. So anybody else on the floor, or how about
I
next?
had one thing. What are you going to do about Richard and his deal, like 42 negotiations, he showed up at 2 of them? I mean, that was part of the problem. They come in there and dragged it to get by storm season. That's what it was all about, you know? 42 negotiations or 41, whatever it was, he was at 2 of them.
We're going to get him to the table.
All he cares about is the investors, bro. The bottom line generation, that's all they care is that numbers in the black and the investors are getting their dividends.
One thing you guys got to remember, before him was Mike May. Before him was Dan Williamson. Before Dan Williamson, it was Dudley Pratt. Before Dudley Pratt, it was this guy, Carl Williams. Only she would know that. Okay.
Carl Williams is before me.
But I remember Carl Williams, I was a young kid. I wasn't that tall, I was this tall. But the thing is that I remember I was a young kid, just started with Hawaiian Electric, and he was just about going out as president. But they were never at the table. Okay. Mike May came to the table when he was vice president. But when he became president, he would come to the table sporadically. The key is that we have to have the players from the company side, okay, who can make the decisions. That's the key. That Rosenblum is giving the company, the head of negotiations, the opportunity to make those decisions. Then obviously we can deal with whoever.
Right, because he's so off with the head boy, and then Rosenblum can go like this, his hands are clean.
Yeah, be like, hey, it's all cool, so we'll be good. But I'll tell you this, I will be at that table. I will be at that table, just like the TV guys, I will be at that table for the television guys. I'll be at that table for the land clearance people. I'm going to make sure that your business manager is going to be held responsible for negotiations for the entire union, for the entire 1260. The 1260 is made up of about probably 30 contracts. And the business manager, obviously, you know, they're pooled in different ways, obviously, but the business manager has to make time for the membership. But that's who employs the business manager and their staff. So it's incumbent upon me to make sure that I am there, you know, at different meetings to make sure that the members all feel a part of the union and that I'm participating and being an integral part of negotiations with their companies.
I have a question.
Yes.
Anybody else got a question? No? Okay, you know, one of the big things I think that happened during the course of this strike, Brian, was that at the time the strike was given to us on Friday at 3:30, you know, we were in the middle of a storm. And rather than have our people work to complete the work and then leave, the guys out there in Eva were left without power. We lost the support of the community. It was at that time that we were down in the dumps because we lost the support of the community that should be backing us while we're picketing on the line. Now, what are we going to do to regain the community support that we so desperately need as we move into negotiations and keep them informed of all this game playing that's been going on?
That's a great question. From day one, Russell knows this and he is on top of it. But I'm going to answer the question. I think he can chime in when he's ready. We are going to, okay, as a union, we're going to get involved in the community. We're going to have commercials, not about Maui Electric. We're going to have commercials about the IBEW on TV. okay? If you look at 1186, they have commercials about their apprenticeship program, they have commercials about different electricians, different things that they do. The biggest givers to United Way are the members of the utility industry. They're huge givers. But I've seen stuff on Facebook, don't give through the company because the company is the only one that goes ahead and they're the ones who score off the whole deal, right? Okay, I understand that. The key is the public has to understand that the IBEW member is the one giving that money to the people who need it out in the community. So we're going to get out into the community. We're going to bring back what they call the Kokua Club.